Hello? 911? I'd like to report some abuse. It was the MetaQuest 3. The MetaQuest 3, it finally feels like we're at 0. Like, this is where VR starts. Full color pass-through, lenses that don't get blurry at the edges, and games that actually show your surroundings so you don't have two environments fighting each other in your head. I've been into VR since the Oculus Rift DK1, and I have the half-empty ginger ale cans to prove it. Damn, that thing made you nauseated. Luckily, each generation gets better. Remember when we actually had to put up little tracking beacons? I might be a little hard on them, but I was kind of hoping for more of a revolutionary feeling. Maybe that will come with better games that take better advantage of the mixed reality, but we'll see. After watching a bunch of reviews, I don't really think game journalists understand what really matters to someone like me who uses this thing in their small apartment. So this is my review of the Oculus Quest 3, when you have a couch in the way and a TV on the wall. We're peeling off the no sunlight on lenses thing. Oh, very loose. This. There we go. Okay. Where's the on button? I don't know where the on button is. I should have thought of that first. It's charged. I'm gonna hold this, see what happens. Okay. I can see it a lot clearer in real life. Ooh. I got little raccoon face here. All right, let's see. Create avatar. Ooh, we're starting with a photo of me. I hope the photo doesn't include my raccoon face. Okay. That's me? What kind of AI is this? I look like David Evangelista. Like, it's because of this. It's because of the raccoon face. Look at me too. What is this pose? Is it no, I'm gay? No, how about eyes first? Because the eyes are like, why am I wearing eyeliner? I think my eye's gonna go down in the back a little bit. Did they put on eye makeup? They did. They gave me eye makeup. My eyebrows are not that high. They're like almost touching my eyes. Maybe I'm too mad about this. Also, my lips. It looks like I have lipstick on, and I probably do. I can't help but think it looks nothing like me at all. I don't know, their AI needs work, because this, I don't think it looks anything like me. I'm gonna make myself muscular. I have Mark Zuckerberg's body right now. Yeah, this looks almost nothing like me.
Welcome to your new MetaQuest. Before you explore, let's create a boundary to make sure you don't bump into anything while you're immersed in virtual experiences.
Alright, we're creating a boundary. And so far I can reasonably use this with my phone. The other one was screen was completely dark, so I couldn't use it at all. Oh, that's kind of cool. It knows when I'm looking at the Meta app. All right, cool, we're recording. Let's set up the room, huh? Middle of the dog. No, I want to keep going. Can you even scan, bro? So I can't click continue. I can only say add more walls. I don't know if this is a bug or what, but... Or maybe it just needs to be... It needs to be a full thing. Why does it show me the boundary up there if I'm almost hitting it here? And am I even close to anything? Let's see, am I close? No, I'm not close to anything. Look at how far away from this I am. And it hits because of this thing. Also, it's kind of dumb. It keeps like showing me my boundaries, and the boundary is way wrong. Dead. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with dying there. Okay. Thank you, Peter. I don't know, the text is kind of blurry. Is it my IPD? Alright, something I'm noticing right now is that there is a sweet spot. The sweet spot isn't as big as I thought. Like if it's a little bit bent, if it's a little bit angled down, then text is a little bit blurry. It's not as bad as on the Quest 2, but it's still an issue. I wonder if the Elite strap makes that not happen. All right, and this is an issue. Like there's no cloud saves, so all my saves are on my old thing. Like I literally, am I gonna play this whole game again? A key. Actually, I can still see it right here. That's cool. I have to close one eye. Part of me appreciates that this game doesn't let you really walk around that much because it knows I'm like in my tiny apartment. So now it like hurts my head. But everything's clear, then I loosen it. Again, the glanceable boundary, again, it's like, it's so bright. It's like, I want to keep it on, but every time I look, it just completely gets in the way of everything. Oh, there's so much they do that sucks. Yeah, so far my thoughts are that it feels exactly the same as the Quest 2, but it feels exactly the same as the Quest 2 insofar as, like, if I played Donkey Kong Country 2 and it was a remake and I played it, I'd be like, oh yeah, this is just how Donkey Kong Country 2 really was. And then I'd play Donkey Kong Country 2 and be like, oh right, it looked really pixelated and weird. On this new headset, I am, again, the best upgrade, as I said in my last video, is the pancake lenses. It's like I have no longer, nothing is blurry anywhere. And that was a huge problem. The sweet spot is the entire headset now. I think I read that it has a bigger field of view, vision, which I don't quite notice. The graphics, Beat Saber also, like the album artwork looked weirdly low res. Okay, now I don't know if they just haven't updated the graphics or something, but all these albums look terrible. But again, with VR, it's not really about the graphics, especially now. It's about the experience, and so far, good experiences. I mean, I wish, some things that I wish were different. I wish that it detected my couch and stuff correctly, because it still does, it still like has the boundary that goes all the way up. Like I thought that when they detected my actual room, that it would know that I can actually reach out over my couch and not hit anything, but instead there's a huge boundary here that isn't needed. There should be one at the floor, not at the level of the couch. That seems really basic to me, but it doesn't do that, especially after it did all that scanning. The sound is good. The sound is good. I'm really happy with the sound. I mean, the pass-through is obviously light years ahead of the last one, but that's like saying it's light years ahead of like silent films. You know, it's like, we're still at least a generation away from it actually looking like the reality, which I think is what Apple's doing. I'm not sure why it's hard to get really good cameras on there, but what do I know? And it really does hurt my face. I have an Elite strap that I bought for my old Oculus 2. I wonder if that will fit on this one. I mean, the graphics are crisp in the menus. I'm hoping that when apps are updated for the Quest 3, the graphics will be sharper, because I think they probably are. And that AR demo, the mixed reality demo, was actually really cool. It did, like, the spaceship landed next to my desk and it opened into my desk, which wasn't great, but it was cool that they were all coming out of the walls. It really looked like they were coming out of the walls. The only place where it didn't look like that was where there was a corner. If they came out of the wall where there was a corner, because I don't know, they're just like, it just looked flat. But especially in the ceiling and on the walls, it was really cool. I guess I wish that there was more to it. Like Space Pirate Trainer would be a much better and much more fun experience in mixed reality. Like if it knew where everything was, so I wasn't in an external virtual world, and it wasn't constantly giving me the Guardian boundaries, because it's just so distracting, the Guardian boundaries. I hate them. I know they're necessary, but it really makes me wish I lived in a garage. Again, like Beat Saber was just as sweaty as before. The hand tracking was good. Like I didn't notice any problems with the hand tracking, and yeah, I think that's probably about it. But I'm gonna go ahead and see how it connects to Half-Life Alyx, so I can see how that works, and see if the latency is any better than last time with Oculus Link. So, all right, see you then. So the Half-Life Alyx experience continues to be the best experience you can have on a virtual reality headset. It's so great. I got chills again when the game started. Valve is so good. They know exactly how to get you. I mean, first of all, this is just amazing in VR. And the recording is not as good here as it was in the Quest itself, because this is going through the Air Link, which is going through Steam VR, and I was also using virtual desktop. So this scene, like, I literally, the hair stood up on my legs. It is crazy insane. Like, the scale of that building is insane. The scope of this scene, like watching all those things like walk around, it is amazing. It's just, Valve is so good. And the fact that you can just use everything is really, really great. And the graphics look great. I mean, again, it was the biggest problem. I keep saying this. People were making fun of me in the comments like, oh, no one's talking about the pancake lens. What are you talking about? No, like, that is the biggest improvement. If you're going to be using the Air Link, Oculus Air Link, the Oculus software is trash. It's not good. It's really buggy. It feels slow. I would highly, highly, highly recommend using virtual desktop. That's what I use. It's really easy to use. You just open up virtual desktop and then you just click on the game you want to play after installing Steam VR. But it's really easy. Oculus has this whole hullabaloo. It's like, I don't need to see a new UI on the computer. I can just let me select a game that is on my computer. I don't need to have a whole new thing going. You know what I mean? And then here you can see the only issue again is like, I don't live in a garage. So like every time I'm trying to, I want to walk around. Just like in Half-Life Alyx, I just want to walk around. In every game, I mean, the other games I was playing that were just on my Oculus Quest, like our Meta Quest, it was just standing still mostly, so I didn't have as much of a problem with the Guardian boundaries, but I still did. But here, it's extra hard because you just want to walk around, you know? And unfortunately, these things don't work outside if you're in broad daylight. They might now. I mean, I haven't tried it since I haven't tried this in the park yet, but if it works out in the park, that would be so amazing, and I would definitely go out there. I mean, I guess I couldn't play it because Half-Life Alyx would require my whole computer. Damn it. So the graphics are great. This is an example of something where the graphics are on my PC, so it's not limited by the computer on the face. And there was very little latency. I mean, I only played for about 20 minutes because my battery was going to die. But it was... I really didn't experience any latency issues. I wasn't in any like intense firefights, so I don't know if it might lag a little bit more then, because it lagged a lot on my Oculus 2. But I'm hoping that this is better. I think so far it feels like it is. I'm excited for the Seventh Guest game on this, the Seventh Guest VR. That's the next. I'm definitely gonna play that when it comes out. I'm excited about that. It might suck, but I played Seventh Guest when I was a kid, so I'm excited to see what they do with it. Especially now with the pancake lenses. Like, I'd never want to use my Oculus 2 again. Never again. It's dead. That is dead hardware that no one should use, just because of the Fresnel lenses. So if anyone wants to buy it, I'm going to sell it on Facebook Marketplace. But again, like, the pass-through could be better, and the resolution still could be better. I don't know how, and I wish it was an OLED screen, because you really do see the black. You're like, I'm not sure why they don't use OLED, but I'm sure they have reasons. Is it worth $500? Like, I think that this is worth $300. I think it's worth just as much as the Meta Quest 2. Like, to me, it doesn't feel like there's any sort of amazing hardware improvements inside. Like, it doesn't feel like there's $200 extra of stuff in there. I can boil it down to this. If you wore a Meta Quest 2 6 months ago and then wore the Meta Quest 3 today, you'd think you were wearing the same headset. But if then you picked up the Meta Quest 2 again, you'd think, wait a second, I was using this? Upgrading from the Fresnel lenses to the pancake lenses are the biggest improvement as far as I can tell when it comes to all-around virtual reality usage. Finally, I can see without everything getting constantly blurry, and the full color pass-through mode is the other most noticeable improvement. But it feels like I'm congratulating water for being wet. Like, pass-through mode is now passable, and I can finally see through the whole lens. Quick, grab Meta's gold medal! Upgrading from the wired Oculus Rift to the wireless Oculus Quest 2 was honestly a revolutionary change. It changed everything. Now I wasn't constantly thinking about ways that I would get the wire onto the ceiling so I wasn't constantly tripping over it. Wireless VR was amazing. The freedom was palpable, but it was kneecapped by the lenses and the horrible pass-through mode. Now I don't have to take off my headset to check my watch. Do you have the Nobel Prize or? And I will say, I just played a little bit more and the lenses did get a little blurry actually if my headset moved a little. And in order for it to be constantly clear, I have to push it up to my face so much that it leaves a mark. So I'm not sure if they've gotten it yet. I'd be really curious to try the Apple Vision Pro, but I cannot imagine being able to afford it. Unless I can buy it and then they'll let me return it in 2 weeks. I mean, they have to do that, right? Now, to be fair, it does unlock a lot of possibilities for augmented reality now that your pass-through mode is actually passable. Like, I can't wait for Konami to make a Silent Hill 4 game where the monsters come right out of the walls. That sounds awesome. But one major area of disappointment is the Guardian boundaries. Like, in the Oculus Quest 2, they were just constantly popping up. I mean, how many of us are in our tiny apartments trying to use this stuff? And we're standing right in the middle of our room, and our arm goes close to the boundary on our right side, and the boundary pops up for the entire room. I don't understand why it does that. And especially now that it maps out the entire room, I don't know why I have to come up with a Guardian boundary in the first place. It should just show me that my couch is there. Like, when I put my arm over the couch, it shouldn't show me a wall above the couch. It should let me go through the couch, and it should show a wall when I'm about to hit the wall. Now, I will say, I did adjust the Guardian boundaries on my own, and I made it so that it extended beyond the couch. And then it didn't do it, but I'm not sure if it wants me to do it like that or if I'm supposed to do it like that, but I think that's how I'm going to do it from now on, and it seems to improve it a little bit. If anything about this headset is truly revolutionary, it's probably the mixed reality. It's probably the full color pass-through. It's probably the fact that you can actually use your outside surroundings and integrate them with the game. And the reason I say that is because we're all in our tiny apartments and we all have furniture around, we're all afraid of hitting our walls, and it's really a game changer when we don't have to think about two environments at once. Like this game, Gods of Gravity, that I started playing, would have been fine with just showing my room around me with the planets in my room. Like, it would have been fine, and I could have walked around and not been afraid of bumping into stuff. So I think if there's anything revolutionary, I think that's it. I think the mixed reality will be revolutionary. Even though I do think it's an afterthought, I think that Apple really knocked it out of the park with their Apple Vision Pro. I mean, we'll see, but I think that they knocked it out of the park so much that Meta got nervous, and so they started pushing all this mixed reality stuff when they weren't really thinking that that was going to be the killer app about it. They were just thinking it was going to be a new thing with it, but I really hope that developers take a lot of games that do not include mixed reality and put them into mixed reality. Table tennis is one of them. A board game. There's so many different games that would work in mixed reality. Fitness games. That I really think that would be the revolutionary thing.